Guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for checking out the stream. So we're going to be talking about PS5 Series X restocks, a little bit of news going into next week. We're also going to talk about Switch Pro concerns. You know, we've all heard the news. I did a video about it earlier this week that the Switch Pro is going to have an OLED screen, meaning it's going to have 4K capabilities, but now there's some concerns developing because of that reason, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And also, it looks like, and this is just dropping right now as we speak, Series X rumored to be getting an exclusive game, and if it's true, this one's gonna be big. Guys, thank you so much for checking out the stream. As always, afterwards I'll timestamp the topics down below if you guys want to skip to what we're gonna talk about. And yeah, let's get to it. Yeah, let's go. Anime God, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for hitting up the chat, bro. So this week has been crazy, you guys. In terms of drops, we saw quite a bit, and today we saw Best Buy in the morning drop, and this is the second Friday that they've done so already. So if they do it again next Friday, that's gonna be a really good sign, you guys, that we're starting to see a little bit of more healthy stock of these systems. We saw Walmart yesterday. I tried to give you guys a heads up dropping that video on Tuesday about Walmart. And what else? We saw Ants Online do a couple of bundles. During the weekend, I would really just chill. During the weekend, we don't really see many drops during Saturdays and Sundays, but I have seen Ants Online do a drop on a Saturday. So if anything, you want to maybe keep on top of your Twitter alerts tomorrow, and also be following Ants Online if you're okay with getting a bundle. But other than that, I haven't seen any major retailers. Target one time did a Series X drop on a Sunday. So what's gonna happen is that tomorrow evening is when the Target circular is available online, and usually they advertise ahead of time. So if Target advertises the Series X tomorrow, then chances are good they might drop it on a Sunday morning. But for the PS5, I have never seen Target drop the PS5 on a Sunday, and that brings us to where we have something close to almost 100% confirmed for this coming week, you guys. Target will be restocking the PS5 and Series X, and we're gonna have to keep an eye out on for the exact day, because I don't have an exact day for you guys yet, unfortunately. If I do find out though an exact day, I'll definitely come on live and try to give you a heads up beforehand. But this coming week, Target is going to be restocking PS5 and Series X, and it's all but confirmed at this point. We have a lot of big Twitter accounts talking about that, especially Mr. Jake Randall giving us the heads up that Target will be dropping this coming week, and so that's going to be the major store to look forward to. PS Direct, we haven't seen much from them lately. Hopefully this coming week we'll get something from PS Direct. T Bailey, what's going on, man? Dude, the Walmart drop sucked. Could not even get it in carts, and it sold out in milliseconds. Yeah, Walmart is pretty rough, man. Walmart's pretty rough. I know they do the drops like every 10 minutes, I think is how they do it, every 10 minutes or so. And just with Walmart, you know, with Walmart, you really have to keep trying throughout the whole hour, because what they do is they cancel like the bot orders, and then they open up that inventory like towards the end of the hour. But T Bailey, man, I'm sorry about that. Hope you have a better shot next time, man. But how are you guys doing? How's your evening going? How's your Friday nights going? I'm watching some SmackDown right now on TV, but who's excited for, if you watch wrestling, are you guys excited for Sunday? Sunday we're gonna be getting that AEW pay-per-view, and they've promised a pretty big surprise, so we shall see them. All right, you guys. So we'll get to the Nintendo news in a little bit, but we have a pretty big rumor that just dropped right now via comicbookgaming.com. And what they're saying, they dropped it maybe like 10 minutes ago. Xbox Series X has reportedly secured one of the biggest exclusives yet. The article goes on to say a new Xbox Series X report has PlayStation fans on PS4 and PS5 sweating bullets, or at least some PlayStation players. According to the report, Microsoft has secured another exclusive for the Xbox Series X, and this one has the potential to be one of the biggest Xbox exclusives in years. According to the report, Microsoft is working with From Software. Of course, From Software is very popular for their grueling, very difficult games like Dark Souls, Sekiro, and Bloodborne. So if Microsoft was able to land an exclusive with From Software, that would be pretty big, especially there's a hardcore group of fans for these games, and that would be incredible in my opinion. What do you guys think? Article goes on to say, more specifically, a sci-fi RPG that From Software will publish. Unfortunately, this is more or less all the report reveals, other than noting that the game is in pre-production, so we don't have an exact title for the game. We just know that it's From Software. All this coming out of the rumor mill, of course. It's not 100% for sure yet, but comicbook.com letting us know that there is rumors going around that Series X might have landed an exclusive from the developer From Software. So we shall see. It would be pretty big. What's up, Jason Bourne? How's it going, man? It would be pretty big if because right now let me know what you guys think. We're not seeing especially for Xbox, I mean, we gotta be honest here. We're not seeing much exclusivity, if at any, on the Xbox Series X. We had the Medium come out, and that's an exclusive, but I played through it. I did a playthrough for you guys, and it's not something that's, it's not it's not the killer app for the system whatsoever. Now, if we were to get that new Halo, that would be a big exclusive game for the Xbox. And speaking of Halo, have you guys been seeing the progress that Halo 6 has been making? It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. What little we know about Halo is that it's going to be like an open world sandbox type of game. So an open world Halo, sign me up. That would be pretty cool. All right, so Nintendo Switch Pro. There is a good chance, you guys, that we're gonna see a new system from Nintendo this holiday season. Reports, so Bloomberg reported earlier this week. I dropped that video, I think it was like on Tuesday for you guys. I don't know if you had a chance to check it out, but Bloomberg reporting that Samsung is going into production of 7-inch OLED screens for the Nintendo Switch. Now, this is big and it was huge, and I meant to kind of clarify why it was such big news in that video, but I did it. People are saying that this could mean that Nintendo could start creating exclusive games for the Switch Pro, meaning you wouldn't be able to play these games on the existing Switch. Now, I think that would not be a good idea, in my opinion, because Nintendo has a really huge fan base right now, and a lot of people have been buying that Nintendo Switch. And so what I'm thinking, and this is all just speculation on my part, you guys can let me know what you think. I think it's going to be backwards compatible, and I think that would be like the smart thing for Nintendo to do, to make these Switch games backwards compatible, or even get or even look a lot better on the Switch Pro. But what people are saying is that for Switch Pro to give us better looking games, they might have to give us Switch Pro exclusive games, but I don't think that means sacrificing backwards compatibility. But I can see where people are coming from, because if they're not going to be able to play these new Switch Pro games on their current Switch, that means they're going to have to purchase the new system, and a lot of people are still buying the Switch. The Nintendo Switch is still selling gangbusters, and a lot of people would be let down if they start seeing these exclusive games for the Switch Pro that they wouldn't be able to play on the Switch. But that's just my opinion, you guys. You can always let me know in the comments down below what you think. Supreme Leader, what's going on, man? Devin Mono Gamer, what's going on, dude? Hey, SJK, what's going on, man? The new Switch makes sense with the new open world Pokemon game coming early 2022. Yeah, man, that game is looking mighty fine, man. Arceus, Pokemon Legends Arceus, it's looking pretty cool. And you know, if the Switch Pro is actually going to be like a more powerful system, which many people are saying and thinking that, you know, we're getting that new OLED display. My foot fell asleep. Owie. Owie, owie, owie. My foot fell asleep. That would make sense, man. Imagine, because we know that Arceus is going to be open world, right? It would be pretty cool to play it on the Switch Pro. Man. Jason Bourne says Nintendo is a joke, just make a new system instead of an upgrade. So yeah, I mean, we don't know if it's just an upgrade yet, you know. We don't know, and what we were saying, you know, earlier is that hopefully Nintendo doesn't fall too far behind, even though their games are like in a very special category. They're always really fun to play, and you know, a lot of, do we need that next gen upgrade? It would be really nice, but Mario next gen, you know, would that even add anything to the entertainment that Nintendo already provides us right now? But whether it's an upgrade or an overhaul of the hardware, we shall still see. We haven't heard anything about that yet. But all I know is that this is going to be a very exciting year for not just Nintendo fans, but for gamers as a whole, you guys, because whether you're a fan of PS5, Microsoft, or Nintendo, you know, or if you're like me, you're a fan of everything of like Nintendo, if you're a fan of the Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, this kind of news really can only mean good things for us as gamers, you guys, because it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to be a gamer. Jason Bourne says we need a new wave race. Dude, yes, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. We need that new wave race. That would be pretty cool. So guys, thank you so much for checking out the stream. Thank you so much for the likes. You guys are awesome, amazing community of gamers. I am honored and privileged to have you guys subscribe to the channel and spending a little bit of your evening with me, man. I appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. Another concern, and this one we haven't heard too much about this, but I saw a couple of comments on the video I dropped about the OLED for the Switch Pro, and it got me to thinking, because when I heard that they were gonna use OLED, I instantly had this concern as well. So OLED has this thing. Now the PS Vita used OLED, you know, the original PS Vita used an OLED screen. But there is a problem with OLED that a lot of OLED owners sometimes encounter. It's not all the time, it's a rare occurrence from what I've heard, but it's called burn-in. And you know, the LG OLED TVs have like they have like a security measures in place. Like they'll have like pixel refresh and other options that they put in place on the TVs to protect the screen from getting burn-in. If you guys haven't seen what OLED burn-in looks like, let me look it up really quick. Doesn't look too pretty. And this really is something that is a whole separate issue from what I call banding. And banding actually comes, it's a defect that sometimes happens like straight from the factory. But let me show you guys some example of burn-in here. SJK says this is just something they have been doing for decades. Just look back at all the DS revisions and 3DS revisions. Nintendo has done good business in that way. Very true, man. You know, they do sell quite a bit of their revisions, you know, from whether it be the 3DS, the DS. Very true. So this might just be an upgrade, but we shall see. Either way, like SJK was saying, I mean, it's really good. They have a really good business model and it's worked for them in the past. Accolade Arcade, what's going on, man? So this is just an example of what burn-in sometimes happens to OLED screens. This just basically is the screen that it retains like an image or a shadow of an image that stays static on your screen. This one's a pretty bad. This is a pretty major example of burn-in. That's not too good. Now I owned a PS Vita, the launch PS Vita, for quite a bit of time, and I actually did start having issues with the screen after like a year of ownership, and it wasn't burn-in, but the dirty screen effect is what I call it. The dirty screen effects. And if you guys own a PSVR, I think you'll know the screen door effects is also a name for it. If you have a PSVR and you have that screen so close to your face, you can start to see like little imperfections in the actual screen, and that's the issue I was having with my PS Vita. Now I don't know if the Vita came like that or if I became like extra aware of it just after playing on it for so long, but the dirty screen door effect, whatever you want to call it, actually started becoming a problem because it was interfering a lot with like the gaming I was doing on the PS Vita. And but anyways, that's a story for another day. This is just an example of what a problem that sometimes OLED may have. And then the banding issue, the OLED banding. There's various degrees of banding on OLED screens. Now this is a really bad example of one, of really bad banding. But since Samsung, so a lot of the OLED panels are made by LG right now. Since Samsung will be producing these OLED panels, they might have, I'm not sure, better quality control. But this is an issue that might pop up, and I'm a little bit concerned, but we shall see. You know, we won't know until it's actually out, right? Alright, you guys, so I have a really special announcement, and I was saying how we have a really awesome community of gamers here, right? Well, one of the subscribers to the channel, Mr. Oofmeister, has donated a 12-month subscription to the PSN Plus, to PlayStation Plus, and I will be giving that away in a future stream. And I will be doing a video on how to win it, but I just wanted to announce to you guys that Oofmeister, not sure if you're watching, man, but special shout out to you. Thank you so much for being a subscriber and for donating the 12-month PSN membership. He recently copped a bundle, a PS5 bundle from GameStop, and he was telling me over on Twitter that he would love just to give back a little bit to the channel and to the community, and so I really appreciate him. But I will be doing a video on how to win that 12-month membership, and that video will be coming up soon. So you guys, those were the major news stories I wanted to talk to you about today. Let me know how you're doing. What games are you playing? How are you guys doing? How was your week? About, and also throughout the week, if I hear anything about Target, I'm gonna definitely let you guys know. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much, you guys, for spending a little bit of your evening with me. Until we see you next time, stay safe, Stay awesome. You're cool. We'll see you guys later, man. Yeah.